Shanks versus Monkey D. Dragon. Let's get it started. Gang, gang. Now, Shanks versus Monkey D. Dragon. These two powerhouse of characters. We kind of understand how strong Shanks is, but we kind of do not understand the power level of Monkey D. Dragon. We don't know if he's stronger than a Yonko, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people like to say he is as strong as a Yonko or even stronger than a Yonko himself. Now, a lot of people like to say he's on the same power level as admirals. Now let me tell you something here. I feel like the admirals are not as strong as the Yonkos, because we saw, a lot of people like to say a definitive proof that the Yonkos are stronger than the admirals was at the Marineford fight with Whitebeard versus Akainu. And let me tell you something here. If Whitebeard was at 100%, I'm talking about he was in his prime days, he probably would have swept the floor with Akainu. We saw how Whitebeard was taking him, he was taking him like it was a breeze and stuff like that. He was trying to go all out. But let me tell you something here. Akainu was going at it with Whitebeard. Whitebeard at that time still isn't weak. You still have to treat him as a threat. And it just shows you the power level of the admirals. That if you have an advantage, you're gonna pretty much win, because the admirals are almost as strong as a Yonko. A lot of people like to forget that Whitebeard was almost on the same power level of Goldie Roger, and it is said that Whitebeard could have became the king of the pirates, but he just didn't want to. He just didn't want to because he wanted the family. It's pretty touching in your hearts, but it sounds pretty crazy to some people. So Shanks versus Dragon, what am I really talking about? Could that fight potentially happen in the story? I see no setup for the fight to happen in the story, and let me tell you why. So in this recent chapter 904, I was gonna do a video on it, but the chapter was too short and it was all about the Revolutionary Army, and I feel like the video would have been too boring. I'm gonna talk about it here a little bit. So we see that the Revolutionary Army intentions is to start a war with the Marines, or basically attack the Celestial Dragon. And to think about it, what would that have to do with the pirates? Like, let's be honest here, the Revolutionary Army, they're not going after pirates. They're not trying to capture Yonkos and stuff like that. They're just trying to get rid of the Marines and make it better, because they know the Marines are more of a problem than the Yonkos. Now you're probably saying the Yonkos, like, let's be honest here, the Yonkos isn't doing that much unless you're like Kaido or something. But Big Mom, she's just chilling, something like that. Blackbeard, he's kind of starting up some things. But Shanks or more like Big Mom, they don't really be doing attacking a bunch of people. Now I can't say the same for Blackbeard. I know Blackbeard's crew be doing some vicious things, and I know Kaido don't really care. He be chilling sometimes, but sometimes he be doing some stuff that you really don't want to happen around the world to people. Like I'm saying, Shanks, what would Shanks have to do with this? Shanks is kind of like Mihawk. He's be chilling. Him and Mihawk, I feel like, are really close friends. They are really close friends, and he just be chilling half of the time. He just be minding his own business as a Yonko. Now if you get in Shanks' way, if you get him mad, then there's something different. You know what I'm talking about? And it's pretty interesting that I remember the chapter thing, we saw Bartolomeo messing up the red hair pirates flag or whatever, and we never got anything back to what happened to that. So I wonder how Shanks feels still about Bartolomeo doing that. I don't know if Shanks knows that's one of Luffy's fleet members, but I'm not expecting that the red hair pirates are just gonna attack Luffy because one of his fleet members are acting there. That's not what Shanks would do to Luffy. We saw in the chapter he's like, oh, Luffy, I can't wait to meet you. Shanks not gonna do nothing about that. But if a Shanks versus Monkey D. Dragon fight would happen, who would win this fight? More like it, who would Luffy want to win this fight? Honestly, Luffy would want Shanks to win this fight, let's be honest here. Because Luffy, he knows Dragon is his dad, but Luffy doesn't really care. I'm not saying Luffy, he doesn't 100% care, doesn't care about Dragon, but I'm pretty sure he just doesn't know him that much to care about him. So there's no point of him tripping about Dragon and stuff like that. But let me tell you something here. I feel like Dragon would beat Shanks, and let me tell you why. So the Yonkos, we can kind of rank them. I have Blackbeard as the strongest Yonko right now, and of course at number 2 I have Shanks. Now sometimes I flip-flop and put Shanks at the number 1, because I feel like Shanks could have become the king of the pirates a while ago if he really wanted to, but I feel like like that's not what Shanks wants to do. I feel like Shanks is probably one of the top 5 strongest pirates to ever set foot on the world. But let me tell you something here. Shanks vs Dragon, the head of the Revolutionary Army, the man who wants to take out the Marines, person we saw at Logtown. We saw what he did at Logtown. We all know that wasn't just some luck that Luffy had. That had to be someone doing something, and I feel like it was Dragon. We all know it has to be Dragon. He's just not gonna let his son die like that. Of course, it's his son. He probably doesn't. They don't like Luffy doesn't know him, but still, that's his son. He's not gonna let his own son die like that. You're probably saying it was something with the gods or the will of D saving Luffy at the tower. You know what I'm talking about, like that. Now, I feel like that was Dragon with his, you know, amazing double foot ability. I'm not gonna say what the double foot ability is. It's gonna make me look dumb, so I'm just gonna say it's a very amazing devil fruit. But since Shanks isn't the strongest Yonko, and I'm not saying, you know, just because he isn't the strongest Yonko that he's not gonna be Dragon, but like if you think about it, I can see Blackbeard being able to defeat Dragon if Blackbeard plays his cards right. And I feel like if Blackbeard does something stupid, Dragon will be able to defeat him. If Blackbeard just does one thing stupid like he did with Magellan, Dragon would definitely defeat Blackbeard. And let's not forget, Dragon is the most wanted man in the world. He has the highest bounty in the world. Now we're getting up there to bounties and we're seeing Luffy hit 1 billion. So automatically I am thinking Dragon is somewhere near 1 trillion bounties, or berries more like it. That could be a little bit too high, but let me tell you something here. I wouldn't be that surprised if I see Dragon at 1 trillion berries, or maybe be somewhere around like 500 billion or 900 billion. Cause I'm not expecting like the Marines giving somebody just 1 trillion berries like that. I'm not expecting someone to be that strong for 1 trillion. Just so you know, I said 1 trillion. I was just hyping up Dragon way too much there. But still, the hypeness of Dragon, I feel like the hypeness of him is too hype for him to lose against Shanks. Now, I'm not saying Shanks cannot win this. I feel like if Shanks would be able to outsmart Dragon, he might be able to get the W. But still, I still have Dragon winning. It's just because, basically Blackbeard, because, you know, if Shanks is able to beat him, Blackbeard is able to beat him. Simply that, you know what I'm just saying? So I just gotta say that I have Dragon beating Shanks if the fight ever happens, or if it's just hypothetically saying. But let me know in the comments section below, how do you guys feel about this video. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and also subscribe for also, you know, everyday One Piece content. It's your boy Depressed Luffy out, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Gang, gang, gang.